You fuck with Troy and Jerry?
Of course I do, you fool. What about you? Do you fuck with Troy and Jerry?
Oh boy, I love this show. Does anyone else here fuck with Troy and Jerry?
I have been a big fan since the beginning. Do you fuck with Troy and Jerry?
I love this show so much. Is it time to start yet?
Let's start the show.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Who you got there, man?
Oh, last week you started the show with a Percy, and then we talked about my daughter bringing home a little kitten.
That cat is so cute.
So I wanted to show a little creature.
Oh, you got a name?
It was named Haku, but we're not sure on gender yet. It's still too young to be completely positive, I think, or at least we're new to cats.
Sounds pretty neutral to me, bro. You can go with it if you want.
Yeah, it's a little cutie. Say hi. Say hi.
What an adorable cat, man. You've got that cat for good, man. What a cutie.
I even got the little cat shirt.
Do you? What do you got going on there, cat shirt?
Little cat shirt.
Great, man. Oh my gosh, Haku is adorable, man. So, what do you think? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks old now, this little kitty?
I think it's approaching 5 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still being bottle fed.
Yeah.
It's a little guy.
It's so cute. I love that little kitty, man.
Ouch! It's crazy how cats just like automatically start pooping and peeing and ouch in their little litter box. Like dogs are so much work, and cats are like natural. It's blowing my mind.
It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So you can't see what's going on downstairs. You don't know what you got.
Do you want to get the internet's opinion? I think it's a girl.
I think that's a girl, dude. Like, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to go digging, but it looks like a girl to me. So, hey, little precious.
See what the internet says. Ouch.
Does she like to have her belly rubbed or anything like that?
Yeah.
Hold her upside down. Can you hold her upside down for any length of time?
Yeah, hold her like this quite a bit, and get the little tummy rubs going.
When I go looking for a cat, that's my litmus test. If I can hold the cat like a baby and pet its belly for a little while, that's like, okay, we can bond. I dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Haku would be good for that, man. She's cute. All right, I'm calling her Haku, not Haiku. Haku.
Well, I think Haku is the boy's name because as of this morning, my daughter thought it was a boy, but then we're looking closer. Ouch! Hey, stop that! Stop that!
Guys in the chat think you're dealing with balls over there.
Oh, really? Those are balls?
Sean of the Bits, and he seems to that name sounds like he would know. With Kibbles and Bits down there, what's going on? So, I don't know, but it could be, man. But what a cute little thing, man. Hang on here, man. We gotta get that. Look at that. Look at that. Just none on the beautiful blue eyes on that cat, man.
I think their eyes change color once they turn adults.
Maybe, but I think they start out different. Like I think they might start out gray or I don't know. It's been so long. Been so long. An adorable little cat.
Well, say goodbye to the internet, kitties.
Bye, Haku. See you, honey.
We'll show you some updates as it grows and
Yeah, you will.
as we figure out the genders.
Noob man, I'm with you. I thought it was a girl. We'll have to see, man. Let's start. Somebody start taking down bets on this one, and we'll settle this in a few weeks.
I love that the jury is out on the internet because now I don't feel so stupid. Like having the conversation this morning, I'm like I don't know if those are balls or a vagina. Like I don't know. Like I feel dumb, but now that like show the picture and people on the internet are like those are balls. That's a JJ. Like that makes me feel a little more okay for not knowing better right now. You know,
kind of is the equalizer there, bro. You can't tell with the fur, I think. So
yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah, but it's cute. And I've never been a cat person, Jerry.
Yeah.
I was allergic to cats as a kid. I never liked cats. Didn't like being around cats. My kids wanted cats when they were growing up, and I always told them, like, nope, like, I'm allergic. I don't like cats. And then we get this thing, and it doesn't make me sneeze, and it's cute as hell. And my kids are all like, stay safe, daddy. You know, they're all...
Can get rid of you, too.
Yeah, they're all happy with me for.
Oh, that's great. Well, maybe you've changed, man. Like, I mean, that was a long time ago when you were allergic to cats, right? So maybe our bodies change all the time. So
yeah, and I think like maybe it's just like dirty cats or cat dander or something, you know, because like I know my friend had a bunch of cats, and every time I got around them, my eyes would just itch, and I would just be nose running, just like all maced, basically.
yeah.
So this is different. It's different.
Well, it does happen to change. And even when you get them, like my wife's allergic to cats. And then when she gets one, she's allergic for a little bit and then she kind of gets over it. It's like a break thing. If she takes a break and comes back, she'll be allergic for a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see, man. But either way, it doesn't matter. You've got a cat.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got
Troy's screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, congratulations, man. Cute cat. I can think of worse things to have.
It's very cute. And the fact that like it just learned to piss and shit in its like litter box without having to do like training and all that stuff. I feel like they don't tell people that. Like, we're like, hey, are you a dog person or a cat person? Oh God, I think I like dogs. Yeah, did you know cats automatically shit in their litter box? You don't have to train them? Let me reconsider.
It's a big bonus. I'll give you, since you're a dog person, I'll give you my two biggest kind of tips for fucking with cats. One of them is that you can actually communicate with those fuckers, but it's totally different. Like, they're very slow to respond. You're probably used to calling your dog, and it's like, oh yeah, which one do blah blah blah. I can get Percy to do shit, but I have to wait several seconds. You know what I mean? Like if I want him to come here, I can tell him to come here, and I have to just wait. He's not jumping on it. He'll go, okay. And then he'll finally come over. So you can communicate with them, but you have to know how. And they're very visual. They're not very audible. So a lot of pointing. Like if I want my cat's attention, I'll kind of point at him. And then if I want him to sit next to me, I'll kind of point right here. Or if I'm real lucky, if I'm looking at him and he looks at me in my eyes, if I take my eyes and I look at the seat next to me and then back to him, sometimes he gets it that I want him to come here, and he'll just jump up there and sit down, and I'll start petting him. So it's a slower response, and it's very visual, stuff like that.
What if you point with your lips?
Dude, the one time I did it, it worked like a charm. I was like, Reese, you're not going to believe what this cat just did. Like the
cat's Filipino.
Filipino cat. So try pointing with your lips. That's real good. The other thing is that the cats don't attach to people like dogs do. They attach to places. They're very much territorial rather than to people or things. And so when Percy went down to Tampa, after he'd been there for about a couple months, I went down to see him, and he didn't want much to do with me. He was like, this is my place. Tyler's my dude. We hang out, we do our things, and he wasn't into my thing. when they came up here for the latest storm, and Percy was his first time back in over a year, he went right back to ruling the place. Like he knew where everything was, where he was going to hang out. He went right back into his routines with me, sitting down next to me, sleeping next to mom. I was like, man, they're very much in the territorial side. So those are my tips for you, man. They're very different from dogs in that way, but you'll love them.
Okay. Well, good shit. My rule going into it is I don't want to have all the responsibility. Like right now with the dog, it's a lot of responsibility for me throughout. Like I get up in the morning, take him out. Like I don't even, but if he gets up out of bed, I get up because I don't want him to like be looking to piss. He's old. Take him out every hour now, like every hour and a half, 2 hours. He needs to go outside. All the feeding, all the picking up the poop, all the trimming the nails, all that, all of it. So like with the cat, I want to be able to go back to having my day without any like, oh, at 3 o'clock it's this, at 2 p.m. it's this. Like, I don't want that anymore. I don't want any of that anymore.
Yeah, now your standard becomes who has the highest tolerance for dirty litter, and you got to make sure that the kids have a lower tolerance than you, so they do it before you. The cat's gonna take care of itself. You got to clean up the litter, or somebody does. So
yeah, I already laid down those rules with the kid. Like,
nice.
I'm not doing this, and I don't want to smell it.
Yeah, make sure I'm not doing this, and you're doing it to my standards. Don't just say you're not doing it, because I did that, and then none of the kids did it to my standards, and then I started jumping in every now and then, like, fuck, here I am doing the litter.
Nope, I'm making the rules here.
That's funny. Hey, I don't have a bowl, but I got to grind. You ready for that?
I mean, I don't have to grind, but I guess I might as well. Otherwise, I'll have to grind later, right?
Yeah. Either grind or pretend. Here we go.
Good day, this is Betty White. Let's take some time to grind.
All right, we're gonna hit this thing here. Is that what we're gonna do?
Oh, nice.
Old mate.
You gotta give me a moment.
All right.
Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some.
What strain you got?
Pink strawberry gelato.
Now I gotta grind some.
All right.
I just pulled out a nug, dude.
Now I gotta grind some.
Old mate.
Oh, Mike. Now I gotta grind some shit.
Save $10, code Troy and Jerry.
You grind it up, brother.
Very nice. Did anybody see the Old Mate Aroma 3 review that we published on the Troy and Jerry YouTube or the Troy and Jerry website?
Yes, tell me you did in the chat. I hope you guys saw it, man. We had a good time making that one. I love this fucking grinder, man. And I'm putting my last pie scream through it tonight. So
Oh, your last other pie scream. Sounds lovely. I'm all out of pie scream. All out of all the snow till.
this is so good. I hope I can. I think I'm going to go through it all tonight. So, want to start off with a screwball bowl? Is that what we're doing here, man?
The ace?
Yeah, ace or screwball. Take your pick. I'm going screwball here.
That's a good point. Did anybody watch it? Did anybody watch? What was your favorite part of the review video?
Yes.
Tell me.
Mhm.
All right, Jerry.
Awesome guy got one for it was 120 shipped. Very good. Very good. Very good, man. I wonder how many of you guys have an Aroma 3 at this point. I know sometimes they're hard to get as well, so I'm curious to see how many of you guys chime in if you've got one of these grinders in the chat.
Sweet. I saw the shipping notification. Thanks, bro.
What's that? Oh yeah, I saw that too. I'm looking forward to whatever that was. All right, I've got
So you
my
gonna-
nice little pinch hitter bowl packed up when you're ready.
You got is it your chill pipe sitting out there? What is that?
Yeah, I pulled this out last week and really liked it. Took it downstairs and I'm gonna keep using it for a little bit. I like this thing.
Cool. All right. What do you got for a bowl? Using the micro bowl or using the full size?
I'm using the pinch hitter bowl, the little dinky ass thing.
Sweet. Same. Ready to blow some clouds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do it. Then I'm gonna light some incense. Get a burn going. Start the
Come on.
sesh. Let's start the sesh.
Let's start it. Oh yeah, Top Line's got an Aroma 3. I saw somebody else said they have one here. Man,
It's my first vape of the day right there.
me too, brother.
Yeah, that's great, dude.
Yeah,
I remember we talked about trying to do that. Just to have that special first vape of the day element in the show, but man, it's hard. It's as a full-time stoner, it's hard to make it past noon, you know?
Jesus, bro, I'll tell you now. I drove home today, so it was a little easier. But oh fuck me, that's.
What'd you say? Why was it easy?
I was driving home today. I was riding home today, so I didn't have.
Oh, you're
And I
on
just
the
didn't
road.
vape in the car. Yeah. So anyhow, I had a good week this week, man. I went down to Orlando, celebrated my 31st wedding anniversary down there. Had all the kids down there and some good times.
Jerry went down to Florida. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Yes. Yes. I did all right. I got a 134. It was my best roll, my best score of the day down there in IRL bowling, as we call it, not Wii bowling.
Oh, bowling. Sorry, I missed that. I was doing the Devil Went Out in Georgia thing, and I missed actually what you said. I apologize.
Yeah, no, we went down there. I thought of you a little bit there, but we went bowling.
You bowled?
Yeah, like I said, I got a 134 was my best game. So, but I broke 100 every time, which I didn't think I was going to do. So,
How heavy was your ball?
I was rolling an 11.
That's
most of the time.
why too light of a ball. Get a bigger ball.
You know what? The 12 was the heaviest that we had, but there were heavy ones. I could have found them. I just liked it. I liked the lighter bowl because I was but because I'm used to holding a Wiimote, man. That thing weighs nothing.
Yeah, sure. So the thing is with a light ball, it's
Yeah.
so light that it's easy for your entire muscle group to work, which means it's easy to go like this. So guys, you're backswinging, it's easy to go like this.
Okay.
It's easy to power through and come at an angle or come like this. A heavy ball forces the pendulum effect, keeps your swing straight. So you can keep a straight release every time with a heavier ball because it's heavy. And you're not going to get off to the side nearly as much.
What are you using? Like 15, 17? What do you like to play?
I always roll the 16.
Okay. I
But
used to roll 15, but I've been rolling forever.
I would probably go with a 15 nowadays. Just because I'm older and a different kind of roller. I never threw fast. I was like 15.6 miles per hour was my ball speed.
What speed?
15.6. It's not very fast.
That sound like it. Okay.
A lot of people were throwing 18, 19 mile an hour balls. I was throwing like a 15.
You're going big and slow, making shit happen.
Well, for me, it was about consistency. Like I wanted everything consistent. Like I didn't. Mm-hmm. When you're throwing fast, you can throw faster at the beginning of the night than you can at the end of the night.
Shit.
It's
funny. Yeah.
And when you're throwing fast, the approach matters a lot because you're putting a lot of that speed comes from how fast you're walking to the line.
Yeah.
But for me, I wanted to step on the line and rely on my body. I didn't want to run up there because I wanted to eliminate this. This is me explaining my obsessive compulsive nature of the bowling thing.
Right.
I wanted to eliminate the issue of arriving to the line before or after, like having my the backswing, being still in the backswing when I arrive to the line, or coming too far forward when I'm arriving to the line. Because that's big problems.
Did you want to be dropping straight down right when you got to the line?
I wanted to time everything perfect at the line. Like I wanted to be sliding to the line as the ball was coming forward, and as my foot stops is when I release.
Motherfucker, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Rock and rolling. I was just trying to knock pens down personally, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep it in between the lanes. No gutters.
I used to
Dig it again.
wear the skin off my pinky, and my pinky would bleed. Like it would just like wear all the skin off right here, and my finger would just bleed. I used to have to wrap my finger in that wrap. It's like a little fake pinky. It was weird. I was like Tony Iommi of bowling.
Like what?
You know who Tony Iommi is?
Oh,
He's the guitarist for Black Sabbath, and he's missing fingertips. He's missing like two fingertips.
from
And
Blam.
now he has prosthetic like fingertips, and he plays guitar with them. But
That must have been hard to learn.
well, a lot of the Black Sabbath songs, like a lot of the power chords and shit that we know today, came from Tony Iommi's finger problems with him missing his fingertips. He played different styles of chords. So like that Black Sabbath sound that we all know and love that became like modern metal. It's like from Tony Iommi having missing fingertips and playing like the power chords.
Dude, that's dope.
Right?
It,
Fucking Black Sabbath.
badass, man. Bad fucking ass. I love it.
If I could go back in time, that like if I could go back in time for non-frivolous or non things, you know, like that, not to change things, just to experience things, I would want to go back and see some like early Black Sabbath concerts, like, you know, where Ozzy's on acid in 1979 or 1980 or whatever, and that would be fucking cool.
That's some crazy shit.
What would you do, Jerry? What would you do if you had a time machine and you can't go back to fucking alter your future? You can't go back to murder anything, or you can't go back to change anything. You just get to experience something. What are you gonna do?
Is it a genre? Anything in the world, or are we going to concerts? Or
Dude,
what?
anything in the world. Okay, so please, anything in the world. Please say you're gonna go back and see how the pyramids were made for me. Because I
will do
took
that.
the head for Black Sabbath, you know, like.
Well, you got me thinking about the music. I was thinking I'd want to go somewhere where I could be backstage with Bob Marley for a show or something like that. That would be pretty dope. I'd have fun with that if we're talking shows.
What about you in the chat? What would you guys do?
Yeah, what do we got out there in the chat for this?
1928 to see the crash.
You said 1928?
Yeah, what crash is that? Taylor Swift You can go to a Taylor Swift concert now. What are you talking about? That time machine for?
True.
Yeah, you want to do it when it was affordable?
Yeah, right before the resellers. Yeah, there you go, baby.
Can't change anything. You can't change anything. Oh shit, the thing's moving so fast. The beginning of the cosmos. There we go. Pink Floyd in the prime, dude.
There's enough oxygen at the beginning of the cosmos to kind of do that with you. So,
dude, Terminator 2. That's a good one. Like cinema experiences. See the Dead in the 70s.
But dude, no, you don't want to go see Terminator 2 in the theater, because back then theaters sucked. I mean, you basically had a screen and one or two speakers up front, and that was it. There was no surround sound Terminator 2 going on, man. Like, you will not like the movie theaters in the 80s when you go back.
Woodstock.
That's a great idea. I like that. That's probably one of the best ones. So I like that a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no love for Nirvana. I didn't get to see Nirvana, and I'm a dipshit for it. Like I could have and I should have.
Are we supposed to put the year on there too?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, that's a good idea. Like I've been watching Westerns lately. Actually, I recently started watching the Warrior. Have you seen The Warrior?
No, what's that?
Holy shit, it's so good. It's like a kung fu Western, like early. It's like early San Francisco times when like the Chinese were coming in and taking the labor. And it's like a kung fu series about this, like the Chinese gangs, like the gang warfare
Okay.
versus like oh my God, it's so fucking good. It's so
But
gritty.
it's a series, not a movie.
Yeah, it's a series. I think there's like 2 seasons. So
What do I watch
it
on?
was a Cinemax thing, but it's available on Netflix.
Netflix. All right.
It's so good. It's so
Have you got Netflix right now?
I do have Netflix right now.
Okay, I'm gonna watch The Warrior. You need to watch 3 Body Problem. I'm gonna say it again. 3 Body Problem. Everybody needs to watch 3 Body Problem. It's fucking great.
All right, you watch The Warrior. We're going to talk about The Warrior next week and the 3 Body Problem.
3 Body Problem. You guys in the chat be ready for that too. There'll be a little bit of
Yeah, you guys watch with us.
homework.
We can start a club. We'll have fucking special sandwiches.
It's awesome.
You know, we'll do this.
I like it.
Little Netflix club, Netflix watch club.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Netflix though. I don't want to just rely on Netflix because
Nah.
gotta stick it to the man some ways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Virus gets it. And he's seen it. Right on. Max is gonna watch it. Very good. Very good.
Good,
All right.
dude.
We'll
I really want to get some bowling shirts, whether they're Vape Zone bowling shirts or Troy and Jerry bowling shirts. I don't give a shit which brand does it. I want to have some proper bowling shirts, like bowling team style. You know, like button down with the collar and a pocket, subtle logo.
like that.
Do we know anybody? Is there anybody in anybody out there watching that is already doing this style of merchandise, wants to get involved? Hit us up.
Yeah. Let's talk. Get some cool shit going, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's do this. All right,
All
Jerry.
right. Let me how do we there we go. Let's do this. Let's do a little news, man.
All right.
Vape news.
Vape news. Troy and Jerry make me go.
Planet of the Vapes present the Vape News.
Oh, was I supposed to do something else? You might need to help me.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, man.
Jeroops.
There's droops for you guys. Now Troy's got more editing to do. Sorry, brother.
That's all good. It's easy shit.
Hey, first up in the news here, man. Did you hear about Troy and Jerry's YouTube channel? Finally got to 15,000 subscribers.
Yay! Thanks, kids.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. I remember we got to 10 a while back and we forgot to say anything. I'm not that good about celebrating things, but yeah, man, 15,000. That took a long time, man. And honestly, in this fucking niche on YouTube, that's pretty hard to do. So
Yeah, if you're not subscribed, please do. I know it's not going to change your life. It's not going to do anything for our business or anything, but what it does is it tells YouTube that people do actually watch us. You're not accidentally here, you know, like you're actually interested in this style of content, because YouTube is still anti us, even though like Vice and other channels can smoke the bongs and do all the shit with unage restricted content. Our content gets age restricted as soon as it's uploaded constantly, even when it's just like a news video, even when it's just a news video about news and educational information. YouTube is just brutal. So a little subscribe can go a long way, please.
very true. Very true. So yeah, I'm stoked about that, man. So we'll keep doing our thing and you guys keep subscribing, man. It's awesome. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Let me let's see here. Let's do another one. I'm not
Another
sure
one.
the best way to do this. So
That's why I was cheating and doing the Chrome tabs, because that it was easier. Like to just have like one window, share the window, have all the tabs open, even if the tabs are visible in the share.
okay, I get you.
Spoiler for anybody who can read the fine print, I guess.
Oh wow, then let me see what happens if I do that. If I do Chrome tab. Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm already too late for that. Let's just do this because I kind of got a feel for what I'm doing now. I thought this was kind of interesting. Snoop Dogg said on an interview that he's got a staffer, someone in his entourage who makes sure the people he's smoking with don't get too high. So they're keeping an eye on things. Going to go, hey man, I think you've had enough. You're good, man. Keep having a good time, but we're done. We're done getting high.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty funny. I can imagine why. Like, a lot of people aren't daily consumers or regular consumers like Snoop is, and he's probably rolling the dankest fucking weed you can get. You know, it's probably the strongest and freshest all the time. So if somebody comes in who like, oh yeah, I smoked some joints in high school. They're like, oh, smoke with you, Snoop. You know, somebody who's in the industry and gets connected and smokes half of Snoop's blunt thinking it's a cigarette. Wow. That said, I don't need any help when I'm finally sessioning with Snoop. I don't need any supervision.
Well, check this out though. So like Doc Pink's thinking that's kind of dumb. I get you. Monument kicks it like that's a buzzkill. But imagine for a minute that you're Snoop. Okay. You've gone on record as saying you smoke about 81 joints a day. You're also on record as you got a man there who's rolling joints for you all day long. That's his full-time job. This might be the same dude who cuts people off. And everybody on the planet wants to get high with you and try to hang with you. And they can't. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, there's times when I go, I'd like to vape with Snoop, man. I'm sure because I'm vaping, I could probably do all right with that. No, man. The dude consumes 81 joints a day. That is crazy. I don't know who can keep up with him, but then people try, and then he's got a problem on his hands because they're going to pass out or who the fuck knows. So I think he's just doing people a favor going, yo, man, we made the point. You can go hard, but not hard enough. Stop. Now just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Like I've sessioned with a lot of people that are new or haven't touched cannabis in a while. And it's surprisingly easy to get somebody too high. So, I mean, especially with vapes, but imagine Snoop and his weed. I'm sure it's possible.
I would think he's got the best weed I've ever had. I mean, he's got to be doing that every day. If not, then I don't know, man. Because I mean, you know, you get used to your weed. You get used to what you do. And the stuff I get here all the time, it doesn't get me that fucked up. I got to do a lot of it. And then I come out to see you and we do that one styrofoam cup. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't do weed like that.
I mean, do you think Snoop has better than Snowtill? Snowtill won the cannabis or the California State Fair?
I don't think so, but he's probably doing it all day long. Like I save my Snowtill because it's as good as I get. So
that's true. Snoop's probably got the Snowtill tops.
Yeah, and he's just doing that all day long. Joe's just sending tops to Snoop all day long.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, there you go. There, okay. All right, Dub. So that's that one. I thought that was pretty cotton picking interesting. That's always kind of fun. Let's see here. We got another one here. Here we go. The Healthy Rips just released the Rogue 2, right? And you may know a little bit more about this than I do, but check it out, man. It's got this nice silver glow to it or something, some chrome thing going on.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a mirror black finish. Mine arrived today, and I haven't played with it yet because I was saving myself for the show tonight. It's got a 50% larger heater, so that's pretty cool. The Rogue SE has always been one of my favorite portables for like the budget class. You know, it's a Lobo-like vape, and oh man, that's shiny.
Yeah,
like
right.
In my
Blind your ass, man. You get piss somebody off. That's beautiful, though. I really like this look. Beautiful vape.
Hell yeah. And yeah, it's quality product. Obviously, it's we all know who makes it and where it's made. Is that gold? I thought it was silver. That one.
No, it's a reflection.
Okay.
I'm getting all kinds of different colors off of here, but look at that mirror. I mean, they're doing a great job of using this mirror play here. I love it. So
yeah, that's
that's
cool.
dope, man. So let's see. What do we got here? Titanium chamber. Oh, okay, so I'm used to that. You said 30% larger heating element.
Is it 30 or 50? I thought it was 50, but
30 on their site here.
Okay.
Pass through charging, which is nice. 80 to 100 minutes battery life per charge. That's long for this vape.
Yeah.
Love the mouthpiece. I know about that mouthpiece. It's fucking great.
Yep.
Temperature range is about the same, 280 to 430. That would be a little lower than I'm used to, so that's good. Right on, man. So there you go. And that's good price point too, 139 to 149. So I'll be real curious to see how it does, how it hits, and all that. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Wait, how much is it?
139 to 149. I assume. Yeah, it depends on if you're adding like the
Dude.
grinder. So just by itself,
That's a
or
great
$8
price.
for a water pipe adapter. So yeah, with the water pipe adapter, it's like 147,
Yeah.
which is how I would get it.
It's a great price. Bigger battery than the OG Rogue. I like the Rogue a lot. But the Rogue SE is the last one I tested. I never even finished the review. I don't think. The slidey mouthpiece. Nice little vape. For its price. It's like what I've usually told people is like, if you're wanting like the Venty or the Mighty, but you don't want to commit, because you only vape twice a week or whatever, Rogue's always a good option.
Through that. Very nice. All right, dope, man. Well, guess what? That's
Chicken
that's
butt.
the news. That's
Oh.
the news, man. Do
Wait,
we play that
sure?
same?
Was that it?
we-
I thought.
no,
Okay.
that's all. That's everything. Now, do I play the same outro?
Yeah, you can play the same outro, or
I'll do it, but you got to clean us up here because I don't know what you
other
did.
people got the chicken butt thing. All right.
Vape news.
Vape news. Troy and Jerry make me go.
Planet of the Vapes present the Vape News.
Nice. Thank you, Planet of the Vapes, for
Yes.
presenting the vape news.
Hell yeah on that vape news. Appreciate it. Oh, this tastes
Oh
great.
God, it's been such a week, Jerry. It's been such a week.
Let's vape it away with some of these vapes, man. What? I guess we're gonna hit the Angus first, right?
Yeah, I mean, after our last show with the Angus, it was like this thing is a remarkable little device for its price, and made that rhyme with ice. And
Pretty nice.
the third one there would be thrice, but now it's actually four, so now the pun doesn't actually make any sense anymore.
I threw a nice in there for you.
Yeah. But yeah, the Angus Enhanced here, 2 removable batteries for how much is it? 220.
220.
220, and then
then-
you use code Troy and Jerry, brings it down to something else.
Yeah, it's like I think that's 10% off. So that'll get you a little more than $20. So 190s, I believe. Might be 15%, but I think it's 10%. And at the Illy Vape site. No batteries there. You got to have batteries or get batteries. This vape doesn't ship with batteries. You can thank the USPS or the PACT Act or all kinds of people concerned about shipping batteries. That's why.
Everybody's always fucking with the shit. Why are you doing it? Just let us mail everything, like the USPS mails that we get all the time.
Got that right. That's true.
but
So you
what
got your batteries in? All right.
I got the batteries in, and what I was saying is like we clearly I want to spend more time with this thing. There's a lot to digest with the performance and capabilities of this Angus, and like we tested the shit out of it in our last stream, but there were still like more questions, like how does it compare to the Tinymight? How does it compare to the Venty? Like, is it a real ball vape? Even there was all kinds of questions that I want to dig into and spend some more time with this thing and compare it with some of these higher end products. So mine's freshly charged now, Jerry.
Me too. Yeah, it's a unique vape. I mean, I only know of 4 halogen bulb vapes ever. This is one of them.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So it started with the Aramed years ago, back when you could get a Volcano and about 3 other vapes, and the Aramed was one of them. And, that's a big industrial hospital looking thing. It's a desktop. But then after that, we had the Apollo that came out, the handheld that was really cool. Remember the Apollo? And that fucker was really good. In fact, I got some of the best hits I've ever had off a portable off that vape once I dialed it in. Very hard to do. And then the Herbalizer came along and came along just recently with its halogen bulb and this bad boy. And this is the only one to put balls around it too. So even in the halogen space, it's unique. In the portable space, as a ball vape, it's unique. As a halogen vape, it's unique. There's a lot of uniqueness about this vape. You know what I mean?
I think you missed a halogen vape too.
What I miss? Give me another one.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called now. Like I'm having a brain aneurysm trying to think of it. It was like a kind of an artisan one. Come on, chill, Mike. Somebody get it in the chat. It was like a German wood. It was like a wooden. He had
That's
two different
the Apollo.
ones. No. There's a different one. The Musa.
One of us is freezing up.
Oh, shit, really?
Which one of us is freezing up in the chat? Is it me or is it Troy that's freezing up here?
Yeah,
We need to know.
The Musa, the highlighter.
Are those halogen? Were those halogens?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The highlighter. Yeah, we built that one. I forgot. So there's a fifth one, the DIY. The Apollo is the one that you're talking about, the wood one that is actually.
Nope. It's the Musa.
You weren't. Oh, you're talking about the Musa, not the. Okay, so there's 6 now. There's the highlighter and the Musa makes 6.
Because in the Musa there was 2, I think, because there was like a desktop one and then a portable one. And we had the one, Blake. Remember when we sessioned in Vegas when Blake and Brian were there in my room?
Was it like a log vape?
The Atlas. Yeah, it was a log vape.
Motherfucker, wasn't
Musa 2.
wasn't this halogen also? Is this the one you're talking about? The Helios, the Venus?
I don't have.
Is this one halogen too?
I don't have that. What the fuck is that?
This is made by the Apollo guy, I think, or something like that. This might be halogen too, actually. This is halogen too. Fuck, dude. I only named 4 off the top of my head, but there's another 4 out there that I didn't come up with. So right the fuck on. So here's another one that was in my possession. I didn't remember.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know what the hell that is, man. You just like. Yeah.
This is old. This is old as well. You put a whip right in here, and then you just turn it up, and another old. Damn. Okay. Dude, that would be a fun page to put together. All the whole 8 fucking halogen vapes that are out there, or something like that. So.
I think there's probably seems like there's 10. I mean, if you count the original Angus now too.
Now the Halo though, wasn't that the infrared? Wasn't that the one that looked like a volcano? It was a big box, and it was a bag blower.
The Halo was the little wooden one. The Atlas was the one with the ceramic. Thank you for correcting me, by the way. It's not the Atlas, it's the Halo. The Halo was the one with the little bulb in it. Beautiful little vape. I have that. You do too. You have the Halo.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that was pretty much what the Halo was right there. As we made one, it was basically
That's the highlighter.
The highlighter. Oh, okay. Then the Halo. Dude, I clearly need to vape again to clear my mind.
That's hilarious.
That's great. So anyhow, okay. So there's probably about 10 out there. I can think of 5 or 6, and we got 4 more out there that are easily coming through. So you guys are awesome, man. I love this chat. Are you gonna hit this through a bubbler or through a bong, or what are you gonna do with this thing? Because I've got a water pipe adapter for it too.
I've been hitting it direct in the mouth, although my balls are getting pretty dirty to the point where it's affecting the airflow. Like that's one thing I've noticed with this, which is kind of a little bit of a complaint. The glass mouthpiece, that's a pretty small screen. So what happens with tiny screens is minimal dirt, like minimal soiling of the screen reduces airflow much more dramatically because it's already very small. So you take a 10% loss, it's a lot. And when it happens on the outside first, it's just reducing the airflow even tighter. So that's what happens is both these screens get dirty, the balls get dirty, and then the airflow gets reduced. I've cleaned it a couple times just with isopropyl alcohol, spritzing it through and then rinsing it with hot water. Like I don't even take the balls out. But you could make stem milk.
So I built mine like yours with that short little mouthpiece with the balls in it. And it works really well. It cools the vapor, all that shit. But I don't like it because, like what you said with the balls, and mostly I don't like the screens. Like the screens are unnecessary in terms of to keep the herb in place. There's already a screen in the collar to hold it all in place. So now those screens are really just holding the balls in, and it's going to be a choke point. So I pretty much use it with other shit, whether it's the bubbler that came with, or I'll use some of the glass stems because all the Planet of the Vapes glass fits this thing. So I'll use some of those stems with it too, and they work great on it. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, let me.
Now your mouthpiece right there is probably going to cool better than those Planet of the Vapes mouthpieces because those balls are doing a good job, but you'll get better airflow to the others. So it'll be interesting to see how hot it gets for you. Probably would use, if you're going to use a dry stem, Troy, I would use the dimpled globe stem. I think the dimpled stem might be a little light on the cooling for this. Keep your stem out of my Angus. That's funny, Eric.
Will any of these Dynavap stems fit?
Any of them that have a 12 millimeter outer diameter, so like the Simrels, the big fat MVSs will fit, but most of the Dynavaps are 8 millimeter outside, or no, they're 10 outside, so they won't fit.
This one fits, but it has a carb.
You just cover that if you want.
Yeah, but it's going to be down by the hole.
Oh, it's going to be hot on you.
Yeah.
Switch the end. You don't have to put it in that way. Put it
The
in
other end doesn't fit. Oh, yeah, it does.
Really?
Never mind. All right. I think this will work. The dimpled. Is this a Planet of the Vapes stem or a Dynavap stem?
No, I'm not sure. I know that I have some beta stems that I tested like that for Planet of the Vapes, and they were just like that. So I don't know if that's just something they made and put it out there or what. At the end of the day, I felt like the balls didn't do anything but give you something else to fuck with. And the carb, I don't need to clear it. So
I'm going to make sure that these balls aren't capable of coming out before I start sucking on this thing.
yeah, you should be fine with the dimples there.
Did I ever tell you that I inhaled the little ruby one time?
No.
Yeah, I was testing the action on a quartz banger, and I held it like it had the thing in there, and I was like this, and I was like, and the fucking thing like straight down my fucking throat, dude.
Dude, did you cough it out or what?
I called my brother, who's a doctor, and kind of told him, like, hey, I may have inhaled a 4 millimeter ruby pearl, and he's like, well, it'll get coated with phlegm, and you'll probably cough it out, or it probably didn't go down all the way, and it'll end up in your stomach, and it'll just pass through. I'm like, okay.
Could be great. I would like that answer. That would be awesome. That's crazy, man. I've not ever thought of that happening before. Now I'm going to worry about it. So, right on. All right, I'm turning this fucker on. I've got the bubbler that came with, and I've packed a nice bowl of ice cream. Looks like you've got your bowl packed here too. Yeah.
I'm currently scooping. Scoop a loop.
Scooping. You're scooping the looping.
I don't know what's going on outside. I had a weird moment this week, Jerry, where it was trash night, and I gathered all the trash, and I gathered the first set of trash, and I went out and I pulled my trash can halfway. Like I put the trash can in my driveway, but still by the garage. And then went back inside, and there wasn't much more trash. And that was it. I just left it. And then like 2 days later, I went out to throw some trash away, and I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't take the trash all the way to the street. Like it was like it's here in my driveway. And yeah, that's like now my trash can is full, and I gotta wait another week.
Way to go, man.
Yeah. What a dipshit.
Right? Nice move.
Anyway. All right, turn this
What
thing
tip
on.
are you using?
I like going max temp with this thing. I still want kind of a faster extraction, and I toyed with the temps. I went down to the third temp, and I felt like it was really terpy, but it lasted too long. Like it took too long to extract the bowl. I still want a faster extraction.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go max temp. Oops.
I am too. I'm on the bubbler, and this thing does a great job of taming it. I'll be really curious to see if you find that stem is cool enough, or if you have to go back to the other one. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I hope it is.
So 5 clicks to on, and then 2 to engage the heater, and then you can keep doing 2 to get it on the temperature you want. Troy has it on 5 there, which is like at 1 o'clock. It kind of goes around counterclockwise. It's kind of weird that way, but it is what it is.
It works. It's functional. It's a little bit clunky. Like I find myself changing the temperatures when I don't want to sometimes, and sometimes it takes more than one try to turn it off and on. I'm sure if I used it as my daily, I would fucking master it, But it's a $200 vape, so it's a budget class. I wouldn't say it's as easy to use as like the Venty in that front. It has a little bit of a price.
Sure.
You're paying for that value. Anyway, it's ready to go now.
Cheers.
Cheers. I think it does pretty good so far, because there's nipples down there, and then there's 3 balls. It's nice and tasty. It was more open than this, at least in its current state. This is kind of gooped up, but yeah, this was nice and open. Really terpy, really terpy. I get more terps with this than I get with the Ace through the bong, but the Ace is taking it all in one hit.
Yeah, I'm getting really strong convection signature high at this temperature. I feel this. First hit was super tasty and strong. Now it's just strong and starting to get more and more spent. I can feel it in my throat. It's a heavy hit.
For sure. It rips. And what's nice about it is it rips with an open airflow. Like when I think about other vapes that rip, like the Tinymight too, rips, but it also has like a kind of a hit. Whereas this one is like, it's like open. It's an open convection. It's more open than the Tinymight.
Well, we'll see about that pretty soon here. I think the sessions off this thing are really good, Troy. Like these high temp sessions have a strong punch, and when I go at it at like temp 2 and 3, taste is really good. Like I am impressed with the purity of the taste on this vape.
Bro, yeah, it tastes really good. It gives me terp bite at the lower temperatures.
Mm.
Yeah. Like I cough because it's, well, for one, it's a lot of vapor. But the terps have tingly throat effects. How many hits did you get? You dumping already?
Yeah, this was about 4 pops off that bubbler. Get my nice little brush here. I want to make sure you guys can see what we got, but I got a pretty good build up on the screen here to go ahead and get that out. But This that's a nice, evenly cooked, fully tanned. I didn't stir it. That's impressive because it's fully convection vape. I'd have to stir it. And that's a done load, bro. Like, I don't want to go any further than that. I like that. That's good. That's good shit.
So that was my fourth hit.
Hmm.
The terps are, I mean, it still has some terps, but for the most part, that tasted like a stale scotch and water. Tasted like cardboard.
Stale scotch and water. Okay, right on. Or cardboard. Right on.
But it still had vapor. That's the thing. You know, it tasted roasty, but it's still throwing clouds. So that was the fourth hit. This is the fifth hit right here.
You're covering the carb, of course. So we'll see what you get on this last one. Hmm.
Whew.
Yeah, that's done. Right?
Oh, shit.
Right? Oh, that was good, man. So what do you like about that? What do you like about that session? Let's talk about the pros and cons of it real quick.
I like that I can reliably pull satisfying vapor on the first hit. If I load this and I take this with me somewhere, and when I'm ready to vape, I turn it on and I wait the 45 seconds or whatever it takes to heat up, I'm getting a massive cloud on my first hit that makes me feel it. And that's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I don't want. I don't want a vape that I have to take 3 or 4 hits. It's like, oh, now I'm starting to feel it. I want to take that one hit that makes my eyes water.
You get there with this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what I like about this. That's what I like about it, because it's open. It's open. It's got a lot of convection power. It's not quite like one hit extraction level like the desktop Bowle vapes, but for a portable, we're getting there. We're getting there. You know?
I wonder, I'll bet you we could, Troy. I'll bet you if we turn this thing on and let it cycle through without hitting it for a session, just let it go through, sit there for 2 or 3 minutes, let those balls get good and hot, and then we put this fucker on a bubbler with the water pipe adapter. I'll bet you we fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, I attached this to the computer today to try to change the settings, and it didn't recognize. So I have yet to get my computer to work with this, but I saw the software that you can change the temperature, and it looks pretty easy. You could take the top end and increase it by 10 degrees Fahrenheit without going higher than they recommend. I'm 10 degrees Celsius, which is 17 Fahrenheit or 18 Fahrenheit. So anyhow.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The Tinymight can be open if you're using like just a glass water pipe adapter or a glass stem. But what I find, I think we're jumping ahead or whatever, but what I find the restriction comes from is the weed with that cooling unit. Like, by the time you're sucking vapor, it's no longer that open unless you're running like a fresh, clean cooling unit every single time.
Do you feel like you pack that thing similarly to the Angus? As far as how tightly you pack the bowls? Because the Angus, I saw you use the tamp a little bit to kind of flatten it out. I don't think you were packing it, but you were flattening it down a little bit. And I think when you and I do the Tinymight too, we kind of treat it like a solo stem where we give a little tamp and twist. So it has a little bit of density to it, but not much. What do you think?
Yeah, when I pack my Tinymight, I scoop it up and probably finger it so it doesn't fall out. Whereas when I pack the Angus, I scoop it and just tamp it to hold flat.
Yeah, so I
This
think maybe
this is where the restriction is with my Tinymight.
right, but you might pack the Tinymight a little tighter anyhow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably.
Are we hitting the Tinymight now? Is that what we're doing? I see you've got that thing out. We want to pack up Tinymight Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, we can compare. That seems to be the most in demand question is how does the Angus compare to the Tinymight 2?
Okay.
I mean, the Tinymight 2 heats up fast.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Like the Tinymight 2, like I talked about in terms of portability, you got both of these vapes packed and in your pocket. You pull this one out because you want to get high. You turn it on and it's going to take a minute or 45 seconds before you can vape. And then you're going to want to take 5 hits on I'm going to want to, if I'm committed to a minute heat up, I'm going to finish that fucking bowl. With the Tinymight, you can hit it in your pocket, sneaking around, walking around downtown Laguna Beach, wait for that little vibration, which is like 8-10 seconds away. Pull it out when it's ready, put it back in your pocket, and blow a big ass cloud that gets you a quick buzz. You know, there's 2 different use cases, but the Tinymight 2 is $150 more than Angus Enhanced?
It's like I think it's like 370, so that puts it 150 more. And if you get the purple heart that I have, you can add another 80 on top of that. That's 450 for the purple heart. So
The purple heart is $80 extra.
yeah, it's the purple heart is Venty money, man. It's $450. So I've got mine with the case as well that you had going there different.
Yeah, I want to show it off naked. I wouldn't pay $80 extra for the fucking purple heart. I would spend $80. I think this is less than $80. I think he sells this for like $60 or something like that.
Well, the purple heart for $80 comes with this glass stem as well. So that's an extra, I don't know, $20-$30 probably you don't have to spend. The button doesn't wiggle, so it's an improved button. The innards are more durable. The glass parts have been made ceramic zirconia. And there's probably 1 or 2 other things I've forgotten that you may or may not notice. But
is it a different heater?
I think the heater's a little improved somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they made it a little bit bigger. I don't know. But yeah.
All right. Well, if it's a different heater, I'm interested.
Yeah. Now, side by side, I fucked up my comparison, so I can't tell you that. I need to do that comparison still. I drooped that shit on the Planet of the Vapes live stream, and I had the other one and this one, and I went to pack them both. And on the old one, I packed the wrong end of the mouthpiece. So as soon as I hit it, everything went up into the cooling unit. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this thing? It's not hitting at all. And I kept looking and looking. I realized, oh, fuck, I packed this shit into the top end of the cooling unit. It all got sucked into it. I just ruined it. I was like, oh, fuck. So anyhow, that's out there on YouTube somewhere.
That's great.
I'm packed and ready. I want to hit this fucker. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready, but
I have to go session mode, by the way. I always use my Tinymight 2 in session mode, so I triple click and hold. And when it's done all that fucking shit, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Wish I had a different cooling unit. I wonder if my cooling unit is.
Thanks, Hepwick. Appreciate it.
I'm worried that my cooling unit is more clogged than it should be. Should have cleaned it before the show.
This stem's gotten some use from me. It's got bits in it and shit. So
bits in it and shit.
Bits and shit in it. Bits in it and shit.
You know what I noticed, and I need to run the test again. But with my Angus Enhanced, when I recently when I used it last, both batteries were fully charged, and when I put the batteries on the charger, the device was only like half charged. But when I put the batteries in the charger, one of them was like really fresh, and the other one was like more than half depleted. Like I was surprised that like how unequal the depletion was. So I need to run that test again with the Angus Enhanced to see if that was a fluke, or
Right.
maybe if I fucked something up, got some batteries swapped around or something. Maybe the batteries aren't equal. Like maybe there's something. Maybe they're not like a matched pair or something. But yeah, I need to.
Yeah, that's
Need to
important.
do some more time with the
Yeah.
Angus.
Yeah, I haven't done my battery test on it yet either. I'm going to do that pretty soon. Anyhow, I'm gonna triple click and hit this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, all right.
There
In
we
terms
go.
of carrying these, the Tinymight carries really well.
Yeah.
Like I especially I kind of love carrying it with the titanium stem. I took this thing out 2 or 3 times in the last week or so. You know, just preloading it with the bowl and carrying it around.
Temp you want to use if you're going to compare highest to highest.
I don't know about that, because when I go as high as the Angus Enhanced will go, I can't get it to combust. But I know for a fact, if I crank this thing too high, it will combust like a mother. So I found that my max temperature with my Tinymight too,
Yeah.
is right about in there, like between
Where
8. If you judge the
Okay.
bottom of the screw line,
8 or 8.5. Where are you?
I think it's at 8, or like
All right.
right at the 8 line is where I'm at.
All right. I'm going to put mine on 8. I usually hit it at 5.5, 6.5. So that should be nice and strong. So here we go.
Oh, you'll usually do 5.5. All right, I'm going. My microphone picks up the sound that my ears can barely hear, so my microphone misrepresents this vape's noise. Okay. Cheers.
Damn. Oof. Oof. Somehow this is thicker and a little punchier, but I don't feel it in my chest as much. Like it's not hitting me in the chest. This has a little more of a finesse, little sucky kind of a draw, whereas the Angus
Whoa.
has more of a, and that does different things to the chest.
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting way to put it. There is something to that, to the sucky, as Jerry put it, because the vapor is going in with restriction. As I said, there's more restriction to this than there is with the Angus. So like, I don't know, like the lungs under vacuum. But yeah, the vapor has a little more spine to it with the Tinymight. Very, very bitey with the terps. Terps are very present, but there's a little more spine. And I think that spine, when you exhale, makes it more satisfying to exhale, and it has like a little bit of scratchiness to it. It's like a little bit of abrasive on the way out. So like you may be like tempted to cough because it's like a little bit tickly, but then the vapor on its way out is like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm a little bit abrasive. And it like satisfies the cough on the way out. Is that a thing?
You're talking about with this vape?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't feel the need to cough. Now, I extracted everything and probably mostly in 2 hits. Most of it was in the first one. I really can't almost one extract this thing every time, but I keep going, and then I get this almost charred top, very dark. And then down here looks like everything that came out of my Angus. So if I'm going to take things to their fullest, at least on this type of pack, the Angus had a better even cook all the way through, but it didn't have the punch that you'll get from this blackening here. So I respect the blackening. I'm not trying to get it, but I respect what it does to my session. But that was a little slower hit, but a much quicker extraction. And I did find it a little easier on my lungs, like I said, because of the way you take it down.
The way you take it down.
Damn. And that's not particular to the Angus. That's particular to any convection vape that allows you and wants you to pull really hard and fast, because that's what convection vapes are good at. But they also have a different feel to them. Look at this thing. I've dirtied this fucker up. Got a bunch of bits in there. Can you tell? I probably got to go to that close up. There's my bits. This thing's probably ready for a quick rinse, quick little soak. This is, not good enough for stem milk, but
There's my roast. Just
you got the same as me. You got that roasted top.
Yep. I would take one more hit on this still, if not two.
Okay.
I can get one hit extractions, but not with the depth of the bowl that I have set right now. I would have to move the cooling unit adjustable, which is something that we didn't talk about with the Tinymight 2. You can change that bowl depth by moving the cooling unit in the stem. Like you can move it down real shallow and have like a really nice microdose depth, or you can make it deep and have like a long sesh.
Yeah, I forget about that because I'm using this glass stem that doesn't have that. It's a set depth. But the one you're using is very adjustable. And any of them with the cooling unit is adjustable, like you said, which is nice. The Purple Heart version here also comes with a titanium dosing capsule that's pretty cool. Works really well. Definitely is almost like you took the temperature and turned it down a whole number when you use the dosing capsule. The Angus dosing capsules are glass and really interesting and work pretty well too. So
was that the third hit or the fourth hit? Do you remember?
I do not remember how many you took.
Okay, well it's dead. It's definitely dead now.
The bowl, very good.
Yeah. So that was a faster extraction than the Angus, and it was on demand.
Right on.
About the
Mine
same
was
as
a session. I'm still going to put them on a bubbler, but like if money were no object, I would still probably reach for the Tinymight. But money is an object, and
yeah,
you can get an Angus and a lot of extra batteries or a whole bunch of different attachments for less than you could get the Tinymight. But
yeah, the Tinymight is a damn nice vape. Like it feels great, it looks great. I'm told that it's not as durable as it looks and feels. Like I'm told not to drop it because it won't work anymore. So there's that.
Believe that.
So it's not as rugged as it looks, but it looks and feels so rugged, and it vapes rugged, man. It's like a good tinkering vape. It's fun to fuck with. It's fun to clean, fun to maintain. That said, this thing is kind of like a hacker's vape too. This thing reminds me of the what was it called? The Vivant alternate. Do you remember that thing? It was like the Crafty with a removable battery.
Yeah.
And it kicked ass for like $79. It was like the Crafty for $79. It was like too good to be true for a while. And then like it did become too good to be true because all of a sudden like they're all melting. People's mouthpieces were melting.
Yeah.
After like 7 months of being like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. Suddenly it wasn't. That was a scary moment.
I remember that.
But that was like a tinkering vape. Like you could fuck with the mouthpiece. You could rebuild that cooling unit. You could swap out the batteries. This thing reminds me of that. Like it feels like a toy, like with the plastic casing and the removable covers. The halogen bulb with the balls. This thing is a geek's toy. It's a weed vape geek's toy, and it's badass because it produces massive fucking clouds. I think this is a better value for somebody that vapes at home. But if you're carrying it in your pocket, that's probably where this thing really shines, on the go. But
Yeah, I'll give you that. I think, I think actually, right on. I think it's a great way to line those up.
That said, you could totally carry this thing, if you're committed. And I have, like, I've carried it with this fucking stem a bunch of times in my pocket. I'm mindful of it. Like when I get in and out of the car, I'll take it out of my pocket and put it in the cup holder first. That way it's not breaking off and dumping balls and glass in my pocket. You can totally carry this thing and pocket it. Feels like the Mighty.
Yes, it does. Looks like a flask, especially with the mouthpiece on and no glass on it. I'm always a little bit critical of a vape that only has a glass mouthpiece, which is funny because I work so hard on something like the Lobo, and the one is now the same way, and we acknowledge that. But it's, even though it's a short stem, it's still glass. It's still a little risery, and that it's a separate glass mouthpiece, even though it does fit in there. So, I still think it's, I don't know that I would put the Angus in my pocket except with that glass mouthpiece that you have. That's probably the only one I would go with, is that short one.
The short one.
Like everything else is too long for me. You could seal it up and carry the glass mouthpiece separate, like in a riser, and then put it in when you're using it. But that does not look pocketable to me. So
I mean, keep them separate.
Yeah, that you could do, and it's probably. I mean, I would.
Yeah.
But at that point, I'm probably going to get the curved mini bubbler and use that instead. You know what I mean? And carry that around separate. If I'm going to carry the stem separate.
Yeah, but if I was going to carry separate stem like this, I would buy 5 or 6 of these and then have 2 of them in the car and the rest of them here at my desk or whatever.
Right.
To cycle in and out.
That's a good point.
Then you just carry this, and then wherever you are, you got a stem for that. Look, you got one in your backpack and you got one in the car, and that's how I do that. But with this, it's all self-contained. I'm not into capsules, but I'd imagine that they both do capsules quite well. Nice, easy bowls that are square or round and deep without any concaveness to worry about. Might even use the same capsules. No.
I've used them both with capsules and like them both. Like I said, the Tinymight 2 performs really well with a capsule. You just have to turn the temperature up a whole number if you want the same kind of session. The Angus glass capsules were really good. Like I finished a session in about the same amount of hits. So I thought it was really nice. So the capsules, they both work well with them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I would say though, just from the capsules that I've held and fucked with, the Storrs and Bickel vapes are probably king of the capsules.
And they're cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can buy like the bag 1,000 of them or whatever for how much? $17 is it now?
Yeah. I mean, even like their caddy, I mean, the Planet of the Vapes capsules are stainless steel and they're more durable. So you could make the argument that they could be worth more money. They cost more to make. But the caddy for Stores and Bickle comes with those things, whereas the caddy for Planet of the Vapes doesn't. So there's an economy with Stores and Bickle capsules that you don't see anywhere else either. They're really inexpensive capsules. Is that what's next? We're breaking out our Venty. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Might as
seems
well
like a
talk about
good little transition.
little segue.
Because the Tinymight 2 is 350. The Angus Enhanced is 220 before all the coupons. And the Venty is... Did the Venty drop in price now?
It's $450, but you can get it at discount finally. So
Yeah, so Planet of the Vape supplies a 20% discount, and it comes down to...
like three. Well, what's that? 20% is $90 off. So that should be like $360 now.
360.
Don't quote me. I'm not representing Planet of the Vapes. I'm just doing stoner math here.
He's just
late at
doing
night.
stoner math.
But it is 20% of 450 is $90.
Is there any discounts on the Tinymight that Planet of the Vapes does?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, but Planet of the Vapes also has the Tinymight too.
They have the Tinymight 2, both in regular and Purple Heart. Yes.
Not the Angus.
They do not yet have the Angus.
Okay. Not yet.
It's very much a possibility. I mean, we like it, and the first hurdle is that I have to say it's a decent vape, and it's quite clearly a good vape. So, yeah.
It's one of those vapes that like rock my socks off. You know, like it doesn't happen very often when I start testing a vape and I walk out of my office and going, holy fuck, like damn, that thing fucking whooped my tits. It doesn't happen very often in this space. And all of these vapes did it. All of these vapes did it, like when they came out.
Which is why we're, even talking, have the Angus in the conversation. You know what I mean? It is about the vapor. It's not about the form factor. It's a good form factor. It's probably not the best form factor of these vapes, but it's really about the vapor. It's not about the price because it's much lower than the others. It's just it's got vapor that begs the question: are the $400 vapes better?
Right. Then
So packing a Venty.
I'm packing a Venty. Dude, I had a Venty bowl the other day before going to the grocery store, which has always been one of my favorite time and places to vape. You know, like
Grocery store.
Yeah. Like going to get groceries with a buzz is the best.
Yes.
Unless you're hungry as well, and then it's not such a good idea. Which was actually my case. But yeah, dude, I parked my car and I put on some music and I vaped a bowl before going into the store. And it really reminded me, I'm like, man, this vape is just enjoyable. It's just like so open and easy. Like I'm not conscious about any aspect of the experience with the Venty. I turn it on, it starts heating up. It heats up very fast. What's it take? 20 seconds, if that now?
20 seconds, bro. 20 seconds.
20 seconds. So it'll turn green when it's ready to go. What I like about it is I don't ever use the adjustable airflow. So I don't even give a shit about that.
Right.
I like that it's just so wide open that I don't have to strain to hit it at all. It's already ready to hit, by the way.
Are you at 410?
No, I'm at 385.
All right. I'll be at 385. I did the update on this recently and checked the settings so that it wouldn't go back after I double clicked it. So nice to be up and running.
I've been meaning to do that because I do use the boost mode to finish my bowl. And it happened 3 times when I was vaping in the car the other day. Like I was ready to finish the bowls and finish the bowl mode. So I boosted it to 410. I was vaping and it would drop back down. I'm like, nope, not yet, motherfucker. And I would bump it back up, hit it, and it would drop back down. I'm like, come on, the song's not done. You know, it happened 3 times.
It's funny because I didn't even think about it, but I was doing a video and was mentioning the the app and had to dig in. And as soon as I did, it wanted to update. And then I was like, oh, I got to update this fucker. And then when I did, I was like, ooh, I can change this setting. Let's fucking do it. So I already went up to 410 just to make this more similar to the other sessions.
See, I was gonna talk about that because even when I put this thing at 410 and try to crush a bowl, I feel like I still get the effect where it's like I may get like 4 really, really awesome hits, but then I still get like 3 more finisher hits. Like it still takes 7 hits for me to really finish a bowl with my Venty if I'm taking big hits. And
so it's a slower extraction for you.
It's a slower extraction. The Tinymight, we saw do it in 2, and the Angus Enhanced was like 3.5 or 4.
These hits at 410 are righteous. The taste is not going south yet, so it's either extracting more slowly and or holding the temp better than the other vaporizers, because it definitely got a less favorable taste from the other two.
It's just like it's so open and fluffy.
Yes,
like it has that Stores and Bickle fluff. It feels like it's a different type of vapor, and I think it's just the effect of the cooling unit. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but it's consistent. You're right. I mean, like, that's what I was saying the other day was about the Stores and Bickle vapors. It's consistent. You know, if you have a volcano and you're wondering, well, I like the Mighty. If you like your volcano, you like your Mighty. You like the Venty too. You know what I mean? You can do that. If you like the Venty, if you like volcano, yeah, it's the same shit. I mean, it's amazing how similar the vapor is. Mostly that fluffy component.
It's just enjoyable. I love that I can share this with people and just tell them to inhale. Like, here, try this powerful, open, resistance-free vaporizer. It's like a pocketable volcano.
You know that? Not only that, but at 410, and I'm sure even more at the lower temperatures, Troy. So far, this is the only one that I would want to share the same bowl with. Like Tinymight 2, don't give anybody a second hit off that. You're being a dick. The Angus, the second hit's good. The first one's got all those terps at the higher temps. The Venty, I'm 3 or 4 hits in and still enjoy the flavor because it's a slower extraction. So if I was going to share a bowl with someone, this would probably be the nicer thing to do as far as not worrying about who's going to get the green hit. They're more similar green hits in this one.
Yeah, if you were passing a vape in a circle, the Venty is the vape to choose out of these 3, because with these 2, it matters. Like these are like ball vape territory. Like it's the same with the ball vape. Like 1 bowl per person. Like you're not starting it and having another person finish it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It's an unfair and uneven terp distribution, and I don't want the second person to taste sloppy seconds and be like, "Oh, that vape tastes like shit." I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, because you ate the sloppy ass seconds." You gotta present the best representation.
And I'm done. I'm good 6 hits in, and it's done.
Yeah, this is approaching done as well. I'm gonna keep going because this strain is one of those ones that goes for a while and still tastes good. Like right there, I just dropped back. I'm gonna boost it back up. Firmware fixes that. People are talking about the case. It's Sedhead Studios. So if you go to sedhead.studios on Instagram, that is the gentleman who hand makes these. They're actually made out of human leather. He lives in a country where he can kill other local humans and use their flesh to make the case. And oh no, I have that mixed up with a different case. I apologize. These are veg tanned leather.
Oh, gotcha. I'm showing all my DCB tonight, and that is probably so far the best cooked yet. Little bit further than the Angus, just a tiny bit more even and all the way through, and great stopping point. Anytime you hit a Stores and Bickle vape until the vapor stops, that's what comes out of it if you're at the top temp.
Trying to show you without dumping it into my keyboard. And that's what I love about the Stores and Bickle. You empty it, just, you know,
Right.
out the car window or in the parking lot. I usually, like, as soon as I get out of the car, right wherever I am, wherever I parked.
I know, that's how I can always find you. I just follow little fucking DCB piles everywhere you go.
And it's that quick and easy to just scoop more in, or even whole nug. Put a whole nug in there. Like the Venty is pricey, but man, the interface, there's nothing easier. There's nothing. It's just simple, and it works for everybody. Like,
And so consistent, your draw speed makes no difference on this thing. Like, you get the same hit no matter what every time. It's fucking great.
it's a luxurious experience. It's a really nice vaping experience. I've shared all. Well, I haven't shared this one with many, but I've shared the Tinymight too with a bunch of grower style and connoisseur smoker people who are friendly to vapes. The Venty has the most wow factor. The Venty wins the wows
Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised.
by a lot.
It's a killer vape, man. Sets a new standard. It really does.
They're all killer vapes, but this one is like the Cadillac. You know, Cadillac. Have you ever ridden in a Cadillac? It rides really nice. You don't feel all the bumps. Smooth and fluffy. You know, it's got crazy nice suspension and shit. The Venty is like the Cadillac.
Yep. I'll give you that.
I don't know enough other cars, but man, these two are sporty all-wheel drive machines.
Well, if the Venti is the Cadillac, this next one is your rich uncle's vape.
Oh shit, fuck. This is like a supercar, dude. Like this thing is. I stand by this being the most advanced vape in terms of how it manages the heater and the battery and the vapor temperature. This thing is dialed the fuck in, Jerry.
Yep.
It's crazy how many bowls I get per charge. I've tried to overpower the heater. I've tried to underpower the heater. I've tried to make it combust. I've done like cigar puffs and fucked with it. The vapor is so consistent. It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's phenomenal. It's like it's faster than the Tinymight, and the Tinymight's on demand. This is literally on demand. Like you tell it you want to vape.
This is the
1 to 2 seconds.
Yeah, the Tafe Bowl 2 is the absolute fastest on-demand heat up out there.
Yep. And then you combine it with Stores and Bickle temperature precision, because this thing is precise. Like it measures the temp of the air just before it hits the bowl. It knows what's going in. It knows what's going to do. And this mouthpiece cools it off really well. This has been my favorite vape for a long time, and I didn't use it much because it wasn't available. And I knew if I used it a lot, I would use it all the time, and I would just be fucking with people. So I got other vapes that I can test all the time, but now that this thing is here, man, to have this kind of on-demand convection that tastes this good and is this precise. And it's only got 5 temperatures, but the spectrum is great. I love the temp spectrum on this thing. The low is really nice and low. The high is really nice and high. And the 3 in the middle gets you where you want to be. I want you to take me through a session, including how you pack your bowl, Troy. I want to do one just like you. So I want to walk me through how you do this.
I want to show how fast it heats up first.
You do that.
Because like right now it's in standby mode. But as soon as I push the button, it's going to go into heat up mode, which I just did.
And it's ready.
Boom.
Yep. 1 to 2 seconds. That's it, man. I'm telling you. Ain't nothing to it.
All right. So walk you through my session, Jerry.
I'm going to grind while you tell me how you want to pack it.
You got to grind more shit, really?
Yeah. Well, I just finished off all ice cream. And now I'm going to grind all of the carbon fiber. Because I've just got little nugs of this stuff left.
That's hilarious. I need to grind some shit too.
Shall we play let's play it again. Let me go grab it. I love this fucking
Play it
thing.
again. Why am I so big?
Good day, this is Betty White. Let's take some time to grind.
All right, we're going to hit this thing here. Is that what we're going to do?
Oh, my.
Old mate.
You gotta give me a moment.
All right.
Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some shit. Now I gotta grind some
What strain you got?
pink strawberry gelato.
Now I gotta grind some.
All right.
I just pulled out a nug, dude.
Now I gotta grind some.
Old mate.
Oh, Mike. Now I gotta grind some shit.
Save $10, code Troy and Jerry.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
We's back.
So I normally use the Potter, which
Okay.
is the grinder that he makes, the metal one. The Potter
Right.
Plus is the plastic one,
Right.
and the Potter is the metal one, which I think sounds backwards.
Yep.
But whatever. The Potter grinds directly into these little ceramic pots. They're called pots.
Yep.
And then the little pot goes into the stem. Oh, mine's dirty.
So you fill it with a gentle tamp, like if mine looks like this. Does this look good to you?
Yeah, I actually like them light, to be honest. I've been filling them like just maybe halfway, and then just like flattening it just a little bit. But it's unnecessary. I don't need to tamp it or flatten it at all. I find it works great either way.
It says 3/4 full is the most he wants anybody to put in these things.
Okay, I'd believe it. I think it works better with really small amounts.
All right.
Whoa,
I'm going with the shorty stubby stem, which, by the way, when you buy this at Tafe Bowl, if you use code Troy and Jerry, you'll get this stem for free. I think it's like a $50 thing. You're going to want it too. It's dope. Are you on the highest temperature, Troy? Okay. And are you click and hold? Okay. You click and release, and then you click it to be done.
Oh shit! What happened?
Where'd it go?
I ghosted it. I don't know what happened.
What did I got?
That did not give me the monster hit that I was anticipating. It felt terpy. Come on, Jerry. Deliver the vapor.
Oh, that was nice and terp.
Oh, I got it that time. See, that was like a combination of the Venty fluff with the spine and power air, the spine of the Tinymight and the airflow of the Angus. Like that was like the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana style.
That's one hit, and that's the top. That's the hottest part. So it's not any darker. That's as dark as it is in my bowl. A lot of light tan. So I'm excited to get back to the rest of this. Let's do this again, Troy. I'm not going to stir it. Just wanted to look at it.
Ooh. Sheesh. Whiplash.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So that's fluffy. That's like that had that fluff to it that only stores in Bickle had. But the pure convection of the Angus, like, I think this is where the Angus starts to look like a good deal as far as this one's the bowl's a little easier on me and it's not going through water, which is amazing. But the taste is very similar to the Angus.
Oh my God, Jerry.
Bowl again, getting darker.
That's really nice vapor.
It is.
I wish my stem was cleaner. I can taste the dirt in my stem.
I think we're done. I want to see what this looks like here, Troy. Let's take a peeky peek.
I packed way more than I normally would.
Let's see here. What do I got to poke this with? Oh, here you are, right here. So that was 2 hits. I didn't even want to bother to take 3. But off those 2 hits, slightly darker here and slightly lighter here. So that makes sense. They didn't stir. It's done. I wouldn't want to have any more off of that. So I'm glad I didn't stir. Didn't need to. I'm pretty much done with it. Give the ball a nice push real quick. This might be ready for a load. Yeah, that's a 1 and done, 2 and done kind of a hit there, Troy. Like, it's crazy that extra top temp. If you guys have an older bowl, a Series 1 bowl, this is all the stuff works the same, except this one's a little bigger puck, a couple millimeters, so your old glass won't fit this puck. But all the stems and all these things do, all the parts do. Is USB-C now, but still underneath the glass. But where was I going with that? I'm getting high as balls here, man. Troy, you got to come back because I forgot what I was saying. You guys in the chat room, what the fuck I was talking about? Yeah, right on, man. That's exactly right. I was saying the higher temperature. They raised the highest temperature. Well, they gave it 5 temperatures. It used to have 4. So, and now it's got 5. And the lower one is lower than the original 1. And the 5th one is higher than the original 4. And now you got 3 more in here. So you get a little better spread on the higher and lower ends. And the higher temps, you can really finish off a bowl in 1 or 2 massive hits. Or you can go low and take your time and just take a lot of hits with it because the taste is preserved.
Damn. Dude, it's like twice tonight we've said the same word at the exact same time.
Right? Buck's going down.
Stop stealing my words.
I want to run another bowl through this. I feel like I think this is my favorite of the 4.
Which one?
The bowl. Yeah, like I think it has the comfort and sophistication that the Venty has with the fluffiness, but it has the full convection taste with the Angus, and it extracts almost as quickly, if not as quickly, as the Tinymight. Like That's ridiculous that it's taking all of those vapes' best strengths and going, oh yeah, I'll give you vapor.
And this one has the most bowls per charge by quite a bit too.
That is amazing. That's Bruno for you. Like guys, I know what I was saying. If you have the original Tafe, you have the 4 temps and all. But that's the other thing is everything that you didn't like about the first one, Bruno didn't just fix it. He literally said, if that's my weakness, now it's my strength. He took suspect and problematic battery life and resetting issues and turned it into what you just said, the best battery life of them all. It's fucking great. It's like you change things around, man.
Yeah, mine's actually dead right now. And the reason it's dead is 1, because I use it a lot. And 2, because it doesn't charge with my phone charger, like my Venty charger.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
yeah,
likes its charger, doesn't it?
it's picky about it'll work with any regular charger, but I have like the superchargers everywhere. So yeah, I can't charge my thing without a special cable, my bowl.
Damn. Oh, I love the temperature control here, man. It really keeps the taste in check.
Yeah, it does. Max temp, it'll have a nice perfect roast. Every time, if you overpack it, you might be able to get a couple extra hits out of it, or have a little bit of yellowed leftovers, not quite roasted.
Going in for my finishing hit or the second hit, as they say.
Do you ever do the concentrates with the cotton that he has? It works pretty good.
Yeah, I think I tried it
I
once.
don't have any concentrates to demonstrate, but it worked pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
I've just never been a fan of doing it with those pads or the meshes or anything like that, because like when it's done, the flavor goes bad, and then you just keep adding to it. You know, there's like a residual commitment of after dab math taste. At least I said afterlife and not afterbirth.
Fuck. This vape bakes me, man.
Yeah.
It's right to my dome.
I'm kind of glad my vape battery died on that, because if I had one more, I'd be in for trouble right now.
Fuck. That feels great. I love this vape. Absolutely, I love this vape.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So glad to have it in the rotation, and just like can use it on at will.
Yeah, I'm completely cool with the whole cup and the form factor. That said, when it comes time to taking the vape outside the house, yeah, this one's tough to travel with. Like, it doesn't really work all that well as a pocket vape unless you separate the components. And then at that point, you have like a case or a vape case or something, and it's no longer a pocket vape.
And use the stubby too. You know, you got to use a stubby.
Yeah, I've carried this like this in my pocket before, and it's super awkward.
You're crazy.
It carries a little better with the stubby, like it'll fit in your pocket, but man, it's still a weird carry. You know, it fills the pocket, and it's big. It's like you got a can of tuna in your pocket.
Tell me you did not take a shower with it.
I've had it in the shower a bunch of times. Why?
Okay.
Why?
This is
like it's the perfect. It is the fucking perfect shower vape, Jerry.
Because
here's-
it's so quick.
yes, exactly. Here's why. You load, you take your nug, you put it in the Tafe potter, you grind it up, you fill up 4 little pots.
Yeah.
You go in the bathroom, you vape one of them, right? You vape one, you finish it, you put in the next one. You take your clothes off, you turn the shower on, you vape the next one while the shower's getting hot, right? You're filling up the bathroom with steam and vapor all at the same time. You're hot boxing the bathroom.
Love it.
You vape the second one, you put the third one in, you put the vape up on top of the shower where you can access it from the shower. You go in the shower, do your shit, you get all sudsed up and shit. Here's where shit gets fun. Turn the water to ice fucking cold. You grab your vape and you vape the third one while taking the ice cold shower.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to vape in that rush. And dude, if you can do that, if you can willpower to go from like the hot to the ice cold while you're high and vaping, you build some amazing stoner discipline. And people always talk about, oh, you get so much stuff done when you're stoned. It's because I have stoner discipline. I get high and I have intentions. That's how it works. That's how it works. It's the secret.
Love that. Dude, that's a fantastic shower, man. I fucking love it. There actually may be parts of this that are water resistant. I remember we talked about that from the last one. This one, you can tell you don't want water in that charge port, but
Get up here.
I don't know. I have to ask him about that. What does Bruno? Where the water drops can hit this fucker, you know?
Well, and the fourth one is for when you're done and when you're dry.
You know, what if what if he made a cup that was just like maybe that tall?
Yeah.
Like literally just enough to just hold some shit.
Right. And then put a silicone lid on it so you can make it your stash jar. Store your nugs there.
This is great. That yes. Okay. That needs to be. Fuck yeah. Love that.
Seems like the obvious progression.
It does to
mean,
me for sure.
I never use it for drinking. I use it for storing vape accessories, usually not of this vape line. You know, like if I go and grab the 3 drinkwares,
Yeah.
they're holding vape junk.
Right. I hear you.
But that's me, a person with probably 600 vaporizers.
Yeah. Well, what sucks is none of my old shit works with this. Like I've got the glass thing up there with the handle and everything, and none of it's gonna work on this. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
So we gotta get all new shit. So we need some artisans to pick this up and start making some cool fucking shit for it, man. Because this vape fucking is great. And you're absolutely right, Troy. Something on top of the lid that'll hold. All we need it to hold is
A sea vault.
yeah, some. Well, wait, don't you want it to hold a bunch of filled pods? Like ultimately that's what you'd like it to hold, right?
Whoa. Get fucking Delta 3D Studios on the super pod topper technology immediately.
Oh yes.
Seriously. Oh my god. Can you imagine like the turtle pod cup with how many of these can you fit on there? Oh my god. I need it in my life. I need it.
Right. I think you could put 1, 2, you'd probably get 5 to 10 and then down to 14. It's probably 16 on this thing. 12 to 16 easy. Per level. You could go 32 on here.
Whoa, bro.
Or you make it a little taller and it holds 32 plus the bottom is a power bank that plugs right into the USB-C port so that it's there to charge. And now you've got like double the battery life and 32 pods on top and a lid.
Wow. Bruno, are you watching
man.
this?
Bruno, where are you, baby?
Somebody needs to make it happen.
Yes, I love this.
Let's shut up and take my money.
Yes, we want
the power bank pod stacker. Oh my god, with like the multi-deck technology, like bam bam, like somewhere in there with, oh my god. The
Mosquito with the solar. Maybe the lid has a solar lid that you can set it out in the sun and charge.
Dude, that's the ultimate outdoor vape. You could even make this thing modular. You know, have like, but then maybe a pod filler system you could stack on there. You know, different things. Maybe one that's like filtrating water. I don't know. One's a grinder. I don't know. The possibilities are limitless. You could do anything on Zombocom.
My man just wanted to make a cup, and we're turning into everything else. I love it. Oh my gosh! I want to have another.
Is it?
What?
Isn't this thing like 400 or less?
450. There is a $500 to $600 version, and it's got different finish on it. Like there's something about he's got some kind of gunmetal-y, chromy. I don't know, but what I've got is the $450 version, the one that's on the site there. Not the 550. And
I mean,
pretty sure it's just cosmetic difference.
It's just like drinking a root beer.
I'm going down to temp 2, Troy. I'm going to go check out some of the flavor tabs on this thing.
Mine's dead. It was charging until I unplugged it to show it off. Now it's charging again. But it's dead. And I am disappointed. It's the only one that I didn't check before the show, or like today earlier.
Wow. Again, it's just so under control, bro. Like you pick a temp and it stays there. It doesn't build up and run away from it. It's so hard to do with a convection vape. Or it's not hard, but nobody's doing it except my man Bruno.
Yeah. Yeah, he crushed it with the tech on that thing, man. I'll stand by that statement. That vape is doing a lot more thinking than other vapes. I didn't hit the Solo 3. I got a bent stem for the Solo 3. That's my favorite right there.
You like that one? That's your fave?
Yeah.
Why do you like that?
The bent part adds a surprising amount of cooling and smoothness, and it always shows as the stem gets dirty, because the curved part will like have a dirty part up here or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So the bend just has enough turbulence to really make a difference in the vapor. You know. Oh yeah, you're hitting those. It's like, is he frozen? And I realize he's hitting that vaporizer.
Hitting that vape. I just took 2 hits at 2, and now I bumped it up to 3.
That's why I always turn to the side when I'm hitting that thing, to show that I'm hitting it, because it looks weird.
Right. So yeah. I just look weird is what you should just tell me I look weird, dude.
No. Because I was just confused, because your beard and the bottom of the vaporizer kind of blend in, you know?
Right? I'm going up to 4 now.
All right. Oh, you're doing the temp stepping thing. Dude, I want ice cream really bad. Oh, I got this crazy craving for ice cream. Holy shit.
This is delightful at every step, bro. It's amazing.
Maybe so.
Gosh, it's instant, dude. It's on demand. Like, I mean, honest to God, on demand. Like, give me that vape.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
Yeah. Aside from if it's off, you got to turn it on.
That too. Yes, you do have to turn it on.
But it'll stay in standby mode for a long time. So like it'll stay in a mode where like you don't have to turn it on every day. You can just hit the button to activate it and then hit it again to tell it to heat up. Like you don't have to constantly do the 5-click thing or whatever.
Probably not good for the battery, but I suppose that's how mine drained early.
Probably.
Because I used it and let it sit for a while. And then when I came back to it, it was dead and I'd left it on. So I think it can run it dry if you do that. I don't know. That was my experience. Oh, that temp step was great. All right, so are we doing any other things here? Like I'm high as balls.
Yeah, dude, I cannot do any more focus things. I'm off my tits high. So it was great. It was great. Can do a wrap up. We didn't do the solo 3. Why is it here?
You were gonna do the solo 3?
It was here because it's kind of in some of those budget ranges. I mean, the Angus Enhanced is 200-ish. This thing is like 260 something after code.
Okay.
And then the Tinymight is 350, so I was in there. And this is 360 now. The Venty is 360 now. What'd you say?
I just sat here. I didn't say
No.
anything.
What did you? What was the question that sent me stumbling along words to find an answer for?
You were gonna hit the solo 3, and you were telling us why
and-
you included it, and you started
Okay.
talking price.
Oh yeah, so I think I covered it then.
Yeah,
I'm glad you were able to recover that.
works for me, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit the solo 3 because I'm high as balls. But the solo 3 can extract pretty quick too.
I was thinking about hitting something on a bubbler. Like the first 2. I wanted to hit the Tinymight and the Angus on my bubbler.
You went at the. Oh yeah, you didn't. Did you hit shit on your bubbler?
No. The only bubbler I had was the one that hung off the Angus.
Hanging off your Angus. Yeah, I didn't hit anything on the bubbler either other than the ace beginning of the night. Hey, people are getting their ace. Our ace is on its way, Jerry. Our official production version of the
Is that what it's coming? Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yes, dude. Yeah, and you guys don't forget you get a discount when you use code Troy and Jerry over there at Vapana. And that shit, you're gonna want it. Troy and I were talking before the show. It's like we got all these portables. What do we else we got? We both have a Vapana. I've got the screwball and he's got the ace going. So
yeah, it's my vape of choice when I'm just sitting here vaping throughout the day. Yeah, got 2 of them. Got 2 of the beta Vapana aces, and when I vape with friends, those are the 2 vapes that are hot and ready.
Right on. Love that. They're great. Small handles, hit well. I love it.
They're great. They're wonderful.
Well, so are we going to do that, or are we done? What's going on here, man?
I'm done. I don't want to vape anymore. I want to eat something cold and wet, and I got cotton mouth real bad.
All right. In that case, let me just do the Tinymight real quick because I've got weed and I've got everything right here.
Yeah, you can hit it.
It shouldn't take long.
Do you think you get faster extraction on the bong because you can take bigger hits?
I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time. I hope I've got everything set up right. Like, I don't know shit about the screen orientation. I don't know if this is the old or new version. You know what the fuck I'm rolling with here. I just grabbed it off the shelf and was like, oh yeah, that thing. Let's go. So here I am. Going after it.
Oh, it's the Tinymight ball. Show that big because this thing is a badass. That's a unit right there. Like you can do some massive bowls
Weeds
in that
in
thing too.
there. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
that.
you got the screen set up real high, or
The weeds there, the basket's down around here. So it's a good depth ball. Not so much I'd have to stir it. I don't want to stir it or too much, but this goes into the 14 mil, the handle and screws, but that goes on like that. And your Tinymight, just turn that fucker on. That's on. I'm gonna go to yeah, baby. I guess I'll keep it on 8 where we were. Maybe even turn it down a little bit because we're gonna get a little longer pull off of this. So I'm at about 7.5, and then you can just slot that on there and hang it off and go to town. It's pretty dope looking. Dude, check that out, bro. That's pretty sweet look. You see that?
yeah, it's beautiful. Pumps out vapor that we can't see because Jerry's bong is coated in ceramic porcelain. Ooh, look at all that vapor. You running? Is it dry? You got water in there?
Yeah, I got water in there, man.
Okay, fresh water.
It's metal with ceramic inside.
Yeah,
That's what's going down.
yeah, it's coated in ceramic. It's like a metal bong.
It's a big chamber for me.
Oh yeah, because what's that bowl called again? The Tinymight bowl, Tinymighty. It's the one thing I can never remember about it.
Oh yeah, this was a great idea.
T-bowl.
I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because I like starting high and then it's sometimes a good turn down low. Finish it a little lower.
Tinymight T-bowl.
Take 2 more hits at lower temps instead of one higher one. Say what?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, much better.
Nice. Oh, Starbucks has pumpkin spice in season. Are you a pumpkin spice fan, Jerry?
Fan? No, I'm not like lady in waiting on that flavor. I just, I don't mind it. I prefer pumpkin pie. That's all I need.
Okay. What about you in the chat? Your pumpkin spice? Everybody loves to hate on pumpkin spice, it seems.
I got nothing against it. Till it made its way into my coffee. I was like,
But, I mean, that's where it's most popular, isn't it?
No, man, it's pumpkin pie. They're just taking pumpkin pie, put that flavor in everything. I've had pumpkin pie since I was a kid. And they're just like pumpkin spice latte. Fucking pumpkin pie, man.
Dude, as a kid, I was like the kid that would manage to eat like a whole pumpkin pie.
What? Say that again?
Like I could eat like a whole pumpkin pie.
When?
Like Thanksgiving. Like there'd be like
After the meal?
there's
You
like
eat a whole-
there's 7 pumpkin pies. There's 6 pumpkin pies. And yeah, and like a tub of Cool Whip.
My hero.
Bro. That used to be my I could do it a piece of pumpkin pie in like 3 bites. Hold it in my palm and scoop Cool Whip with the pie. And yeah, man. You know that thing where you're like you see the guys with the big cheeseburgers and they do that thing. I gotta do that with the pumpkin pie with the Cool Whip and spoon it into my mouth.
Is that 5 slices like that per pie or what, man?
Like 6, yeah.
3 bites. It's 18 bites on a whole pie. I love it.
I was a big kid.
No. No, man, you weren't taking it down in 9 hits. You had 8 bites, so like 18. That's funny though, man. I just love the technique that you had it down. Like, hold it like this, scoop it like that, eat it like that, 3 bites down.
Oh yeah. Dude, someone in my family used to make these little, I don't know if they were rye bread or pumpernickel bread or what they were. They're little squares. They had like some sort of cream cheese smeared on there, and then some like dill, and then there was like a slice of cucumber, and then maybe some more dill or something. And there would be a fuck ton of them, and I would just eat the fuck out of them. They were delicious. What are they called? So I can learn what's on them and make them.
No, but you just described it. I mean, typically it's some kind of like that Boursin cheese and some fresh dill, maybe some fresh something else, and then put your favorite meat, whether it's roast beef or some kind of Italian, meat, something, whatever you want there.
These were meatless. These were just like bread, and then it was like just a real light smear of some sort of cream cheese product.
Yeah, the Boursin cheese.
I don't know. I'm a cheese guy, and I don't know this cheese. What's going on?
Boursin, Boursin. It's in a tub. It's basically herb mixed in with your spreadable cheese. And Boursin is the brand. Usually comes in a round thing. I think you can get in all shapes, but look in your cheese area in the more processed stuff, not liking that artisan shit.
Okay.
Did I spell it right, chat? Did I spell it right?
Yeah, I think it was on pumpernickel. From maybe rye, like maybe they might have had little. I think they were just pumpernickel though, but they were little squares. It was like a little square. They're all little square breads.
Prosciutto would be good with that. That's a meat that would be good.
That would be good.
That's what you put on there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, I'm so hungry.
Right? Keep talking about that shit. I like it. All right.
Watch The Warrior. Everyone's gonna watch The Warrior. Everyone's gonna watch, what was the other one? 3 Bodies.
3 Body Problem.
3 Body Problem.
Yes. Go watch that shit, Troy. We talked about it before. So, and I got The Warrior, he said.
Yeah.
Or is it Warriors?
I think it's just called The Warrior, and it's a series. So watch a couple episodes. I think you'll like it. I think you'll get into it. It's pretty badass.
Sounds like it is. Is it in English or subtitles or what?
It's in English, but there are some scenes where they switch to like Mandarin and show subtitles for effect. There's some really good fighting. There's more boobs than usual. You see a lot of boobs.
Against that.
So that's a thing. Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Well,
Good
sounds
job.
like fun. I don't remember any boobs in 3 Body Problem. Let me know if you see any boobs there.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, there might be a boob, actually. I think about it, but I don't know. Anyhow. Yeah, enjoy that one.
All right.
Well, it's been fun, man. You guys are dope. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We've been out here a minute, so thanks for hanging as long as you did. And the Angus is good, man. We dig it. So
The Angus is good. They're all good. They're all good vapes.
yeah.
Can't choose. Can't go wrong with any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Not gonna hit on him. I do have a favorite. I do see one that I think is the best value, but I'm happy with all of them. So right on.
Which one is it? Which one's the best value?
Oh, the Bowle is my favorite. The Angus is the value for sure. I think you nailed it with the value as far as when you talked about it earlier. And that was compared to a $350 vape, and it just goes up from there. So
Yeah. Coming in at $220, it's fucking hard to beat when it comes to value.
Yeah.
Replaceable batteries and half the price, almost half the price, is the top end. So yeah. Total
really, really strong, tasty vapor. That's the best part. Is you'll love the product. So anyhow, yeah, right on. Take the take the stem out and tell them it's a flask because you're going through security. They don't like that, so don't tell them.
What?
All right, Troy, I dig it. You guys in the chat are awesome. We'll see you later. Who's pushing buttons here?
I can't find it.
I got you. Let me find this thing. There's a couple of them.
Why is there so many?
I know, right? We're almost there, though. I'll figure this out. Let's go with
I'm starting deleting ones we don't use anymore right now.
Oh no, don't do that. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. What do you guys want to hear out there? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. See you guys later.
Vapes, where I like to buy all my shit.